Hello YouTube, this is Thongger. Today I'm bringing you another Rome Total War Online commentary video where I will be playing as the Greek city-states against my opponent. I can't remember who he is. He is playing as the July Romans, right? I have brought along 5 silver armored hoplites, 4 silver armored hoplites, 1 gold silver Spartan hoplite unit, 2 hoplite units, silver, and 5 archer units, and 2 militia cav. My opponent, he has brought along 5 archer units, 6 legionary units, and 1 general's armored bodyguard. None of his units have upgrades, and he also has some units of Praetorian cav. There's about 4 units of them, and they're running up the hill. They're actually chasing my militia cav that have claimed this hill, and I'm gonna get my militia cav to harass his Praetorian cav. Just gonna chuck a few javelins at them and make them tired running about, because I don't really have the militia cav, my only cav, and there's no way they can stand up to these Praetorians. So I'm just gonna annoy them really, because there's nothing much I can do with my cav to stop them. Alright, so as you can see, I'm moving my Greek army up around the right side. I'm trying to edge my army around the side of the hill because my opponent is camping on the top. There's my general overlooking the battlefield, and then I'm fast forwarding. I'm moving my troops up the top of hill, up to the top of the next ridge. I'm using my militia cav to claim the high ground. They're getting peppered by arrows and being attacked by Praetorian cav, and this unit routes straight into some Praetorians. And yeah, I'm trying to get this unit out of here before his Praetorian cav arrive to squash them. The rest of my Greek troops are on the way. They're gonna be really tired after this sprint. Yep, I don't want to be fighting uphill here, so I'm trying to sneak around the top of the hill. Fortunately, my opponent is he's sort of just like sitting back on the top of the hill, and there you can see my Spartans running, leading the way. And they're screened by my archers and a group of peasants as well. And seeing my army arrive, my opponent, he withdraws his Praetorian cav, and I'm slowly getting my army into position here. Yep. My Spartans bringing up my center, my 2 hoplite units on my rear, on my flanks to support my troops, my archers, and infantry should my opponent decide to send his Praetorian cav round. So I'm sending my peasants forward to take a bit of to soak up some archer fire. Now I have less archers than my opponent, but my archers are quite heavily upgraded, so I'm quite confident that they can win the archer duel, which is quite a new one because my archers usually get slaughtered in any archer duels. So I'm pushing up my troops here. There you can see my opponent is wasting his javelins on my peasants. My peasants are they've broken, but they've done their job, and they run past my Spartan units, and my archers are gonna open fire soon on my opponent's archers, who are packed together quite densely. So they've already started taking casualties. There you can see that compacted unit of archers has lost a lot of men. On my side, I've not lost too many archers. Yeah. So it's just the archer duel going on right here. I'm gonna slowly push my hoplite troops up after we've skirmished a bit more. Not too much is happening right now really. Right. Okay, that's just some of the archer duo, and I'm gonna skip ahead until something more interesting happens. Alright, here you can see my opponent. He's making like some threatening gestures with his cav. That's a bit more of the archer duo. That guy just got pummeled, and yeah, my opponent is sending his flanking Principe units to go around, although a lot of his troops have already used up the javelins, so they don't really have much to stop my armored hoplite and Spartan column. So my opponents are hiding his Praetorian cav behind that ridge, and I'm advancing my armored hoplites and Spartans forward. They're going to receive a bit of javelin fire, but I'm not too worried about that because my troops are heavily upgraded, and these unupgraded legionnaires can't really do much to them. So I'm getting my Spartans to lead the way while the rest of my hoplites hang back. My Spartans are taking out my center, and I'm going to drive a wedge through my opponent's center and split his army apart from there. I've detached the unit on my right to attack my opponent's left flank. And meanwhile, my militia cav are just running around, and my opponent's left this one flank open because he's trying to flank my Spartans, but now they have their backs turned, and I managed to get my hoplites in the way of his Praetorian cav. Although one Praetorian cav unit gets through, I managed to turn my armored hoplites around in time, and I get my militia cav behind to surround them. And one of my opponent's Praetorian cav units breaks after running into my regular hoplites, and my militia cav are slowly surrounding his Praetorians and cutting them down. You can see my opponent tried another flanking strike, but I got my hoplites into position again, and they're gonna get bogged down in quite a serious fight over here. Meanwhile, one of my opponent's Praetorian cav units routed, and my armored hoplites and militia cav and hoplites are fending off a much larger force of Praetorians. Meanwhile, there's armored hoplites not really sure what they're doing. They're doing a bit of the dance while they're in phalanx formation, but they're holding their ground, which is what I need them to do while my Spartans break through. Then you can see my hoplites holding their ground. They've managed to fend off that cavalry rush, and now they're freed up to attack the Romans on the flanks. My Spartans have chewed through my opponent's center, and on the flanks I'm pushing back the Romans as well. His unupgraded legionnaires really don't stand much of a chance against my heavily upgraded armored hoplites. And then my hoplites are pushing forward again. They're kind of getting enveloped from the flank, although I've gotten these group of hoplites turned around, so the legionnaires outflanked. They're gonna break here. Alrighty, here's the result screen. I deployed 1,113 men, killed 925, and had 699 men remaining. LastMan, he had deployed 1,130 men, he killed 485 and had 200 men remaining. And that's all for this battle. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and see you guys next time.